Hey Sagittarius, a little bit of sage. How are you? I know. Welcome back to the Existential Shift, love. My name is Morgane if you're new. Woke up this morning with 18,000 subscribers. Welcome to all the wonderful new seekers that have joined this platform. Tell me, old and new, would you like to see me on the cover of a global magazine? And when I say me, I mean we, because where Morgane goes, the Existential Shift goes. Stay tuned until the end for a special fun announcement, because I want this reading to be focused on you first. Okay, 7 of Swords. What are you planning? Are you sure you want to do that? Is it worth the risk? Ask yourself, is it true? Is it good? Is it necessary? If the answer is yes to those 3 questions, then the answer is, well, sure. But if you have some doubts on whether it's true, good, and necessary, I would take a minute to think about it. Everything we do right now has a very strong impact on our future, on our karma, every little thing. Even if it's something you are so used to getting away with, you know it's so easy, you can just do it, you trust yourself, you've got this. Everything is changing now. The dynamics are changing, the energy is different, the resonance is growing. What do I mean by that? The frequency is expanding. We're moving faster. It's like time moves faster. That's the feel of it. Low frequency, self-deceit, manipulations, all the jazz no longer is fitting to how Earth wants to be. So, being that, doing that, I'm not saying that you are, I'm saying in case. I'm saying I want you to think, okay? Because those who do things like that, they used to get away. It used to work. Those techniques worked beautifully. You're right. But today, the conflict with the energy will be so greater. It will cause sparks, and it will be very, very notable somehow. Is it true? Is it good? Is it necessary? I want to say it's the 3 questions of Buddha. I'm not sure. I might just be crediting Buddha automatically. I will Google it after to make sure. But someone wise, not me, asked these questions. Show me more for Sagittarius. I mean, oh, 9 of Wands, Page of Wands. So there is something you're trying to avoid, because facing it, the truth of the matter gives you anxiety. It's emotionally challenging and it's emotionally charged. But you are being asked and guided to look at the small details of the situation, or if someone is looking at the small details of your situation, to hold your breath, let them do their job, and hopefully you did everything right. Some of you are restricted with your finances, so you're trying to kind of tiptoe around the expenses, figuring out what to do next, prioritizing. It's actually a good opportunity for you to practice that muscle. If a challenge is brought upon us, it's in order for our spirit to be able to practice that muscle. Okay? So something about looking into the details and being precise and focused is coming up. Show me more for Sagitt, please. Knight of Wands. But if I'll tell the truth, I won't get what I want. Someone is saying that. It's not you, it's someone around you, but someone is saying that. If you tell the truth, you won't get what you want. Well, if you don't tell the truth, you'll get something for sure, but I'm not sure it's also what you want. Repercussions. I keep getting the word repercussions, to be really, really acutely aware of the possible consequences of every step. You are asked to tread lightly, the Hierophant, and wise. To be very, very wise in your doings, very mature, very clear-headed, because truth is going to be very prominent throughout this month of June, my love. And no one is exempt. And I feel like you might be tempted to try to do the regular things that you're used to doing, and you will, if you'll do that, you will face really very strict stop sign. You can't move without the password. You can't come in without the qualification, the ID, the permit. There's no going around it. Get it done, Sagittarius, whatever this is. If it's actual paperwork, if it's actual things that you need to settle and resolve with institutions, with the governments, with an employer, with whatever. Write the proper email, fill out the proper paperwork, do it on time. I'm telling you, it's coming up so strong. Those of you who will do that will be really, really, you'll feel good throughout this month. Things will run smooth. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Ladies, I recommend no jealousy tantrums. Don't burn his clothes. I'm picking up on someone that like waits until he leaves or something because she found something out, and she just takes all his clothes and gives them to charity, and he comes back and there's nothing there. Like, I'm not laughing because it's not funny. Don't do it. Face it. Have the conversation. Put the truth in their face, or someone will put the truth in your face. Both of you. But don't be tempted to go into your to press your own buttons, honestly. Saggy, this is not a time to press your own buttons, because buttons are pressed left and right, in case you haven't been watching the news. Just, I don't know. There's some drama going on, like a lot. Now, you can either add to the flame, as I'm sure you would maybe love to do, because it's interesting, but then you'll burn yourself and burn others, and you'll realize you actually learned nothing, and you'll feel like a numbnut, because it will make you a numbnut, I'm not gonna lie. Or you can take the opportunity to be the powerful Sagittarius that a Sagittarius can be, and go into extreme focus, laser focus. So many Sagittarians out there can be at times all over the place and lacking focus, because they're curious about everything, and it's like mutable fire, and it's here, there, everywhere, fireworks, yeah. But a Sagittarius that goes into their focus is invincible. Why? Because they don't raise resistance from their environment. They don't annoy people. They don't hurt people. They don't disrespect people. And they don't, I'm going to say it, they don't use people. And that means all people are left with is being super in awe and admiration to the pure gifts and talents and skill and ability and charisma of the Sagittarius. Because when you do all the first things that I've mentioned, no one sees none of your good stuff, Sagittarius. Because you were douchey. Let's just say it. Let's just call a douche a douche. I'm not saying you're a douche, my love. I'm saying you can be. But you can also be Chiron, the wounded healer. I know the Hierophant is attributed to Taurus, but you know, in the mythic tarot, the Hierophant, you see Chiron there. You see half horse, half man. You see you, the wise teacher. So, are you a wise teacher? Or are you a drama queen? Which one is it? Because you can't just sit in front of the screen now and tell me, I'm the wise teacher. I'm not going to believe you unless you act like it. Words, you know. I feel like also someone is tiptoeing, kind of cautious and timid about what they say or do in front of possibly a female. It's Queen of Cups in reverse, but they don't want to trigger her or upset her. This is someone that might need emotional guidance, emotional help. There's a sense of instability there. And I'm also picking up on several people trying to help her. This is a specific situation, won't apply to all of you, but bear with me as other aspects of this reading come up. Two of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Two of Cups and the Fool. Don't you just love this deck on the tarot? So guys, this is what is happening. I'm seeing someone wanting anyway to finish a relationship in order to be available for someone else. They want to finish one thing and start another, and they're tiptoeing around how to do so, because either they don't want to hurt this person's feelings, or they feel like they might be a little bit unstable in their reactions and in their behavior, so they want to make sure that they do it responsibly and respectfully and safely. It's like someone is going to be really sad, the person who is left, and someone is going to be really happy, the person that someone is leaving someone else for. And that serves as a real new start. It's like, it feels like an entire different experience, completely different type of romance, something that makes you feel free. You and the person that, like the new person, you both, you know, your love is or going to be based on mutual love and mutual respect for each other's space and freedom and essence. I feel like the person leaving someone, the person that they're leaving made them feel really made them feel either like they can't be themselves, or constantly coerced, or maybe it was codependent, possibly needy. I don't know where you're at in the scenario, Saggy. It can be any one of these people, you know. But this new relationship with the Fool here, it's two people who share the same heart, almost. I want to say, interesting. Like they share the same core, the same type of spirit, belief system, and not just in ideology, but in essence. Like they understand and analyze the world and life in a very similar way in their core. It doesn't mean that they do the same thing or look similar. It's their essence, their spirit. It's coming from the same. They have the same core values. Literally, they share the same type of heart, which sounds very romantic. Actually, it's what a change in energy. It's like one person is denied and one person is chosen. Just for the sake of the understanding, just look at the imagery, right? This is the person that is being denied. This is the person that is being chosen. Now, it could be women, but it could be men, because remember, these are general readings. So it really depends on your scenario. If this was a private reading, I would say one woman is being denied and another is being, like one woman is being left, broken up with, or something like that, and another woman, and then the man goes to be with the other woman. But because these are general readings, I can't really say that. Okay, so you kind of take yourself and put yourself in the situation. But the Fool here is something very native, very shamanic, very free, very... I'm picking up on like two spiritual warriors who care deeply about the same things. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I feel like the feminine in this story has also like warrior-like attributes. Interesting, because I'm just looking at the imagery. Right, the Hierophant in this deck is very samurai-like, right, and also has like this black long hair. And the Fool here, you know, very very like Native American, shaman, indigenous, spiritual warrior. So I feel like this feminine might have these attributes to her. You know, it could be the masculine too, because now I'm drawn to the fact that it's so black and white, like their outfits, right? And here we have the white bird and the black bird. Something about both of them share very similar duality. Like, we all have masculinity and femininity, right? So the feminine aspects of this masculine is very much her on the outside, right? But he shares similar feminine energy, and her inner masculine energy is very, very much his outer masculine energy, right? So it completes beautifully. Saggy, what a fun, lovely, surprisingly great reading for love. I mean, we still have more to go. It does require sacrifice. Someone is getting hurt. When I lifted them, Then the Queen of Cups in the reverse kind of flipped again like this, and I'm now feeling the emotional burden of, I feel like, guilt possibly. Don't try to manipulate or lie yourself out of it if you're leaving someone, okay? Make sure it's true, it's kind, and it's necessary, the way you communicate, right? You speak the truth, you speak it in a kind way, and you do it because it's necessary. And I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at it. I love how she's holding this red flower, and he has like a red flower here in his arms. Like something, like, I think she's the fool in here. Kind of, if you're new to tarot, the fool isn't someone stupid. The fool is the all and nothing. Okay, it's the beginning of the journey and the end of the journey. It's the seeker turned master. Seeker turned master. So, both of you. What an interesting turn of energy. The first row, the beginning of the reading, may be like representative of the person that is being left behind because they behave like that, unstable, at times manipulative, coercive, but not for sure. Show me more, please. I'm really drawn to the imagery here like crazy. Like, usually I really love this deck. It's a gorgeous deck. If you forgot, Londa Tarot. Two spiritual samurai share the same heart. I love it. I hope. I think I'm going to name this video like that. Show me more, please, for Saggy for June. And the extended is a special double pentagram spread. It's a look into you and your person of interest. So we will go deeper into the dynamic and the actual unfolding of events throughout June. Over there, you can find it on Patreon and you can find it on Vimeo. So check out Vimeo and Patreon to see which one works for you best. And I'm picking up on someone thinking about studying tarot. I do have an online tarot masterclass. It's 90 pre-recorded classes online, very comprehensive. All the information is below. Okay, let's keep going. I'm shuffling. I just, whenever I'm waiting for cards to drop, I'm just saying the things that need to be said. Okay. So the Six of Wands fell right on the Knight of Wands and the Hierophant, and it fell in the reverse. I keep feeling like there's a victory that comes at the expense of the other, and it's like someone needs to be, I don't want to say sacrifice, it's a horrible word, but it's like, it's an uncomfortable situation where there's no perfect way of going about it. So two things. First, there's a strong recommendation to, oh my God, the High Priestess. A strong recommendation to not do things from the ego, okay? Do things from the spirit, do things from the wisdom, do things from planning with the heart, okay? Like looking at the big picture. Again, we have like very strong, this is the Hierophant and the High Priestess. 100% spiritual warriors, like these are either two teachers or two inspirationalists, influencers, people with influence. It could be, figures in society that people listen to, that people just naturally accept their guidance because they speak truth. and it's clean without, it's just what it is. And people inherently know the truth. The truth echoes within every single one of us. So when we hear it, even if it's uncomfortable, even if when it makes our body itch, we can still recognize that the person is sincere and legitimate. So the Fool and the High Priestess and Six of Wands in the reverse. It's like something needs to be dropped. A certain journey, a certain goal needs to be dropped for the sake of the bigger picture, for something way bigger and more important to be achieved. And I feel like the two of you, these two like spiritual samurais that share the same heart. I feel sarcastic when I say it, I'm sorry, but it is beautiful. I feel like they might be working on something together that is meaningful. So maybe it requires you to let go of a different project or something that you were putting your efforts on, because you need to make room or space for this, for whatever this is, be it a journey, be it a relationship, be it a work project, but it's something with meaning. It's something with spirit. It's something with heart. Chariot. Just look at this for a second. Yeah, this is, look, Saggies, some of you are starting a journey this month that is incredibly meaningful. I feel like June will be more about prioritizing, becoming aware of whatever this is, and making the sacrifices or adjustments, letting go of certain things to make room for this. And then July, end of June, July is like full gear, the Cancer season, full gear, the Chariot, moving into it and moving with it. There is a goal of some sort that June is like it's being tiptoed, like starts easy, being built quietly, strategically. And in July, it's like by July, it builds up enough energy and power to like move way faster. Like the snowball is really slow throughout June, slow and positive, but kind of avoids pitfalls and try to like make sure there's nothing in its path. But then it becomes big enough and strong enough and fast enough to, okay, nothing matters. We can just, there's a go. This is going to be like a long-term thing. If it's a relationship or a project, this is something with long-term success. And you see the power in it, you see the potential in it, which is why you're deciding to go full in and let go of other things for it. It's something that you're willing to fight for. It's something that you're willing to invest in. It's something that you're willing to give your time to take the risk with. One more card, and then we'll do animal spirit. One more card. Oh. Okay. I have the Knight of Cups here. The thing is, it kind of fell like this, so I'm not sure if it wants to be in the reverse or in the upright. Something about it. Okay. Make sure, I know what it's trying to say. Make sure every step of the way that the present step is grounded, strong, the foundations are set before you feel you can move on to the next step. Okay, like do every part of the plan or of the journey or whatever, like make sure that you did it all perfectly, and then like don't get ahead of yourself with excitement or with like wishful thinking. Create it. You have to create it one step at a time. You've got to be precise. You're building something big. This is a start of a long journey. It has success in it. Now, another thing that is coming up is for those of you who are going into a new relationship or connecting with someone really, really deeply, there might come back someone from the past that kind of either, offers themselves or wanting to get back together. But I feel this could be like very similar to the energy of the Queen of Cups in the reverse. It's like someone that, their emotional offer is not stable. It's not reliable. It is real one moment and then it completely changes another moment. It's like, and you know it, you know them. You've either been with them or you've experienced them. And if you're making an offer, make sure, again, that you come from a place that is true, a place that is good, a place that is necessary. Because if not, it will be very, very clear to the other person. So, yeah. Wow. Want to look at the cards for a second? I'm sorry, I should have done it earlier because now we're pulling. But I will continue this reading, focusing on this dynamic and see what else comes up in the extended in your double pentagram. Okay. Animal spirit. But first, right. I promised you an explanation. I'm sorry. So, yours truly is nominated to be on the cover of Maxim magazine, which is a global magazine, and have a photo shoot with Jill Ben Simone and win an amazing prize. So I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to benefit me a lot. But here's the thing. Yes, I'm asking your support and reciprocation of, honestly, 2.5 years of 13 hours a month, at least every month, for free spiritual guidance here on my channel. If I've guided you, supported you, helped you, taught you, entertained you, whether just today if you're new or for a couple of years, this is a really, really great opportunity to support me in return. It's super easy, and it will allow me, Morgane, the Existential Shift, to bring this movement and expose it even more to people who normally would not find their way to this platform. Young women, and I say it in all the videos, and I'm sorry if you are fed up from listening to it, but it's important to me because I want you to understand my goal, my big goal. Other than succeeding and enjoying, which is obvious, and I am not ashamed of that, I want to teach you abundance by giving an example and seek and find abundance, okay? But it's not at the expense, it's with my highest goals, which are to allow young women who look up to actresses and models and influencers who are beautiful to learn more than just the outer beauty that I'm not denying. Go Venus. But also inner beauty. And it's not just about, be kind and good. It's about being fierce. It's about changing the world. It's about being true. It's about being a spiritual warrior. And I want to encourage men who normally look at these models to also see these models. I want to bring them here to the Existential Shift and expand their mind and consciousness. Not to patronize. I'm sure so many of all kinds of people, seek truth. We're all seekers from different fields of life and different walks of life. But let's just face it, a lot of people are in la la land or in shock or completely disconnected. Let's spread it even more. Help me do that. All you have to do, you're like, okay, get to the point. What do I need to do? You need to vote every day, once a day, one click. Press the link below. Okay, 2 clicks. Press the link below, then press vote. That's it. You're set. It's free. You can do it every 24 hours. Please do it every 24 hours because this is a long game that we need each other. Well, no, that's not the long game that I was talking about. An added long game for you, okay? You have 2 great goals, one yours and one ours, okay? So yeah, please do so and comment once you do, because I'd like to acknowledge you and write you a big loving thank you. You don't have to, you can remain anonymous, but if you want to, I would love to know that you did. And thank you for your support. Hi. Okay, Saggy. What do my Saggies need to know for June? Message from the animal spirit, please. I'll bring the goddess druid. Like if I have a say in it, I'm not even sure I do, but I'm gonna try to make it like druid pagan themed. Bring back the matriarch, the maiden, the mother, and the crow. The wise woman, the witch. That's the theme I want this photo shoot to have. That would be cool. Yeah. Bring back Merlin and Morgane Le Fay. Avalon back to the front. It's time. Yes. This high priestess is so gorgeous in this deck. It's like unbelievable. She's like, can you see her? It's one of the most beautiful high priestesses I've seen in any deck. And look at the way he looks at her and the chariot. This is a power couple. There's something really, really fierce here. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like one person is in between 2, moving from one to the other. But yeah, this is a meaningful turning point. Animal spirit. I swear to God, the swan and the fire ants have been coming up in so many readings. Mouse, swan, fire ants. Oh, they've been coming up on Patreon a lot. That's where I do, patrons, I'm going to post the daily runes later today, for this coming week for you guys, okay? It reminded me of that because I also do animal spirit there. So, Saggy, fire ants, swan, and mouse. You know how I mentioned fireworks in the beginning? I feel like there's something creative keeps coming up that we're working on. I feel like this is like the precision of work, and this is the craft, like something very, very poetic, very unique, very meaningful, that you really care about working on the details because you understand that the big impact and the big inspiration can come from the details. And I feel like this is something that is inspired possibly by current day events. There's a lot of uprise right now by the people. Today I saw a video, and I will post it later on my Instagram, of fish attacking a group, an enormous group of fish attacking 2 fishing boats. And you see it, you're shocked. And 2 people died, right? And 1 fishing boat got wrecked. Like, it was that intense. I feel like the animal kingdom is also rising now. The animal kingdom, people, everyone, there's like every cry for justice triggers another oppressed to cry for their justice as well. It's a domino effect. And I feel like you guys want to find a way to do it right, do it inspiring. I'm not sure what exactly I'm tapping into, but I'm hoping that you understand. And if it's not your message, that's okay too. Okay, guys, I'll see you again in your extended. Thank you for your vote. If you're new, subscribe to my channel, press the bell button to receive notifications, and stay true, stay magic. Mwah.